Hey guys, it's Mark, Balls Out Ball Pythons. Doing a video for a friend that was thinking about getting some Reptile Prime to use as bedding and didn't know, how far it would stretch or whatever. So I believe this is how I do it. I told him I would do a video. You see, it's cleaning day and there's not much in the water bowl at all. Just a little bitty bit here. I have me a bucket. Just pour the water in, get that out of there, and just show you this is when it's all messed up. After, this has probably been in here for about 4 days, 5 days. So it's not all terrible. He hasn't made a huge mess of it. The paper is still in pretty good shape. He hasn't peed or pooped or anything. I'm just going to clean his water bowl and put it back in and check on him again in a couple of days. And I'll get, I'll completely clean it out of his tank then, or his tub then, and all I'll do basically is have to take the paper and throw it in the garbage, and I won't have to do probably much at all. I won't have to lose much of my bedding at all. See, it's just all underneath there. And so that's pretty much what I do. I'll be right back. I'm going to do something and get something else and show you that. Oh, by the way, this is the dad of the Ultramel or Mojave Banana Mojave Ultramel clutch. So that's my boy. I love those bright yellow flames. They just blow me away. So that's my boy. And yeah, this is not too small of a tub for him, I promise. In the wild, they live in little rat holes. Big girls live in little rat holes, 2 or 3 of them in one termite mound. So yeah, if you don't believe me, you can get the video, you can look it up online, that has these guys going out and collecting wild ball pythons in Africa, and they get them out of termite mounds. Anyways, the video, I've told you guys about it before. It's called Ball Pythons in the Wild. It's like a little documentary video they were doing, some scientist or something. Anyhow, long story short, this is a great tub for this little guy. He loves it. He's easy to maintain in it. And I don't want to hear anybody talking about a poor snake in a small tub, because I know for a fact that this is perfectly fine. So as long as he's happy, I'm happy. So I'll be right back. Okay, here's another one. This paper's been in here for about a week, and she hasn't really messed it up bad. So it's on top of wet bedding. Let's see, I hope she doesn't rail me on camera. Just wet bedding here. I did that. This tub has a tendency to dry out fast, so I put the bedding, I wet it, and then I put this on top of it, the paper will mold. Oh, by the way, this is unprinted newspaper. I guess I should start at the beginning. I use unprinted newspaper on top of the Reptile Prime. It keeps let me show you real quick. It keeps the water bowls clean. I have a roll here that I just pull it down, tear it off, and have me a bucket down here that I pour the old water in. And of course I have the chlorhexidine that I mix up. I started doing something about 7 years ago, or maybe 8 years ago. I started adding Listerine to the mixture. So the original Listerine, not anything else, no flavored Listerine or anything. And then I just add chlorhexidine, gluconate, and you can see where I've got a little line here for Listerine. So probably about a half a cup of Listerine in one of those spray bottles, and the rest water, and 1 ounce of the chlorhexidine gluconate. So I'm going to go ahead and clean her tub and show you what it looks like with the fresh paper. Okay, so real quick, this is just it's wet from the water I put in it, and this is in a V-18 Vision rack, so it dries out kind of quick, about usually 3 or 4 days. I add water during the week to the ones that are dried out, so I don't want anybody having stuck sheds. So that's what it looks like. It's not real thick. You can see it's what, about, I guess the way she's got it, it looks like it's pretty thick there, but mostly I try to put it about a half inch deep, and then most of the time I would only have to take like a corner and clean a corner of it out, and the rest of it stays in. I just mix it back around and put my paper in, and I'll show you that. Okay, so here she is on the fresh paper. By the way, this is the Pewter Queen Calico, or Calico Pewter Queen. That's with the cinnamon, not the black pastel. That's not the black Pewter Queen. That's just the cinnamon. Let's see, the Calico Pewter Queen is, of course, calico, and then you have pastel, spider, lesser, and cinnamon. So, I love that girl. And that's what it looks like. Oh, well, there's the trash. But that's what it looks like with the fresh paper. It's nice and clean. Don't have to worry about it getting in the water bowl. When she eats, I'll offer her the food. It'll be on the paper. It doesn't get caught in the, when she turns it loose and her saliva is on it, it doesn't stick to the bedding for her to ingest a lot of it or anything. So, yeah, I like doing it this way. This is like my favorite way to keep the snakes. So there you go, buddy. I'm not going to mention who it was, so that I was doing the video for. But yeah, I have my water in milk jugs. So there we go. I believe this. Well, let me do one big one and then I'll be done with the video. How about that? Okay, it's a little different with the big girls. So this is Queen Bee Clown. She just hit 1,600 grams. She's probably a little bit less now because, there's a little something going on back there. You see the paper is not molded or anything. This has been in here for close to a week. She has folded it up and everything. Now, if the paper gets in the water, it will soak all of the water up and put it out here. Now, we have a little condensation here because like I say, I added the water, and she added some extra water. And then of course there's the mess, so I'll clean it up and show you her tub, how she looks when she's done. I'll also show you how deep hers is. About, on average, probably maybe 3/4 of an inch deep all the way through there. So be right back. Okay, so after cleaning the poop out of the corner and the pee out of the corner, I sprayed some chlorhexidine and wiped it off, and then I just I just pushed the pushed it back up in the corner. I didn't even have to add any to this, and I might not even have to add any the next time. So it's definitely, it might cost a little more than some of the other stuff, but it lasts so long. It's so absorbent that when they use the bathroom on it, it just absorbs it so fast it doesn't like run underneath the bottom of it and then get soaked back up into it further down, along the way. So I'm gonna get the paper, put it in, get her water bowl, get her everything back in there, and I'll be right back. Okay, so she's back in, and looks like we're gonna just go out on this one, I guess. You see I didn't get it quite long enough, so a little bit's trying to come over in there, but it's not going to hurt anything. I used to keep them just straight on the other bedding anyways, which a lot of people still do, and it's fine. It's not a problem. I've never had any problems out of it, but go get back, baby. She's like, I don't want to. I just want to sneak away. You're not escaping. Come back this way. Come back this way so we can go out on your face. There we go. That'll work. Not really, but still. You're trying too hard. Okay. There we go. She's scared. And I guess we're out.